Welcome back to Dark Shadows Recap. In this video, we are breaking down an American dystopian sci-fi film called The Darkest Minds. This recap contains major spoilers, so if you plan to watch the movie first, now is the perfect time. In the year 2043, a devastating illness spreads across the United States, affecting only children and teenagers. The infection is highly contagious and spreads at an alarming speed. Strangely, it proves fatal only for young people, while adults remain completely unaffected. As the outbreak grows worse, nearly 98% of children and teens lose their lives. Only 2% survive, but those survivors begin to develop extraordinary changes. The illness awakens unusual abilities within these children, making many people fear what they are becoming. In response, the government urges every parent to surrender any surviving child to special camps for treatment and scientific research. Around the same time, President Gray publicly announces that his own son, Clancy, survives the illness and is receiving treatment at one of these camps, where his condition is reportedly improving. Inside the camps, doctors and researchers classify the children into 5 color groups based on their unique abilities. The first group is green, made up of children whose intelligence has dramatically increased. The second group is blue, consisting of children with telekinetic powers. The third group is gold, whose members can influence electricity. These first 3 groups are considered relatively safe and remain inside the camps for treatment and observation. The fourth category is red, made up of children capable of controlling fire. The fifth is orange, the rarest and most feared group, whose members possess the ability to influence other people's minds. Because the red and orange groups are considered an extreme threat, the government orders that they be eliminated immediately whenever they are discovered. The story then shifts to a young girl named Ruby, who is celebrating her birthday with her parents. They remain deeply worried because nearly every child around them has already died, while Ruby is still alive. That night, Ruby enters her mother's room to comfort her. The moment she touches her mother's hand, she experiences a strange and unsettling vision. The following morning, Ruby's mother no longer recognizes her as her own daughter. Believing something is terribly wrong, she contacts the authorities to send Ruby to one of the government camps. Soon afterward, Ruby is taken away with the other surviving children and transported to the camp. Every child arriving there goes through a medical evaluation to identify the type of ability they possess. During Ruby's examination, the doctor discovers that she belongs to the orange category, the most dangerous group with the power to influence other people's minds. Because of this result, the doctor immediately prepares a fatal injection. However, Ruby secretly uses her ability to influence the doctor's thoughts, convincing him that she is actually a green, a group known only for exceptional intelligence and not considered dangerous. Inside the camp, only green, blue, and gold children remain, since every red and orange child is removed as soon as they are identified. From that point on, Ruby continues living in the camp while pretending to be a green. 6 years pass. Now working inside the camp, Ruby is harshly criticized by the camp captain after making a mistake. The captain believes Ruby performs worse than the others and begins to suspect that something about her is unusual. Another child steps in to defend Ruby and argues with the captain, making him furious. As punishment, the captain takes the child away. Life inside the camp is extremely harsh, and the children are treated with little compassion. They are also required to undergo frequent sound-based testing. These tests use an extremely high-frequency sound that only children can hear. During one of these sessions, Ruby suddenly collapses and is taken to Dr. Kate for a detailed examination. During the examination, the officials discover that Ruby is actually an orange. Dr. Kate secretly slips Ruby a note explaining that the truth has been uncovered and that the authorities intend to eliminate her immediately. She also instructs Ruby to meet her in the boiler room. Terrified, Ruby rushes to the boiler room, where Dr. Kate is already waiting. At that moment, an alarm sounds throughout the camp after an intrusion is reported, and every officer is ordered to search for Ruby. With Dr. Kate's help, Ruby escapes by leaving in Kate's car. At a security checkpoint, they nearly get caught. Ruby quietly uses her ability to influence the guard's mind, allowing them to pass without raising suspicion. After spending 6 years inside the camp, Ruby finally escapes to freedom. While they're driving away, Kate gives Ruby a panic button that can also function as a tracking device if she ever needs help. Kate then reveals that she belongs to the Children's League, a secret organization dedicated to rescuing children from the camps and resisting the government. She later takes Ruby to a gas station to meet her boyfriend Rob, who is also involved in the mission to rescue children. However, when Ruby nearly loses her balance and briefly touches Rob's hand, she experiences another unsettling vision. What she senses makes her question his true intentions, leaving her uncertain about whether she can trust them. When Ruby changes into new clothes at a store, she notices a young girl with the ability to control electricity. The moment the girl spots Ruby, she quickly runs away, and Ruby follows her. The girl climbs into a van, and Ruby joins them to stay out of Dr. Kate's reach. The child's name is Zoo. She cannot speak and constantly wears gloves to safely manage her electrical powers. Zoo is traveling with two friends named Liam and Charles. Liam belongs to the blue group and has telekinetic abilities, while Charles is a green with exceptional intelligence. The group agrees to take Ruby with them and help her stay away from Kate. During their journey, a woman named Lady Jane begins tracking them. Lady Jane is a bounty hunter who captures gifted children for money. At the same time, Dr. Kate also starts searching for Ruby. To slow their pursuers, Liam uses his telekinetic abilities to scatter leaves across the road, crack the pavement, and bring down nearby trees. Because of his quick actions, they successfully escape. As they continue traveling, they slowly become closer. However, Ruby hides the truth about being an orange and claims that she belongs to the green group. Liam explains that they are heading toward East River, where a hidden community of children is led by a mysterious figure known as the Slip Kid. No one knows the Slip Kid's true identity, but many believe the leader is an orange with the power to influence people's minds. Liam also warns Ruby that the Children's League, led by Dr. Kate, is not the safe place it appears to be. Liam reveals that he once belonged to the Children's League, where gifted children were trained to fight against the government. Uncomfortable with being prepared for combat, he eventually chose to leave the organization. That evening, Ruby and the others spend the night at a small inn, where memories of her parents return to her. It becomes clear that she was unable to control her powers as a child, and she accidentally erased her parents' memories of her. While sleeping, Ruby unintentionally touches Zoo's hand and experiences one of Zoo's memories. She sees Zoo living inside a government camp before joining a massive escape led by Liam and hundreds of other children. The painful experiences inside the camp leave Zoo deeply traumatized, explaining why she no longer speaks. The next morning, the group visits an abandoned shopping mall to gather supplies. For a brief time, they enjoy themselves together, experiencing moments of childhood they were never able to have. Suddenly, an unseen force lifts them into the air and holds them in place. Fortunately, Zoo uses her electrical ability to break the control. They soon discover that the attackers are another group of children with telekinetic powers. That night, they discuss the hidden community at East River and how carefully its location is protected. Although the other children know where East River is, they refuse to reveal its exact location because the information must remain secret. Ruby quietly uses her mental ability to influence one of them, leading the child to unknowingly reveal a clue consisting of the letters EDO. Later that night, the brilliant Charles tries to decode the meaning of EDO, but finds no answers. After talking with Ruby about her father's work as a police officer, he realizes the clue may actually refer to a radio frequency. He determines that E represents 5, D represents 4, and O represents 0, creating the frequency 540. When they tune into that frequency, they finally receive a transmission pointing them toward Lake Prince, Virginia. The following day, while traveling, they are ambushed by the bounty hunter Lady Jane, who uses a high-frequency weapon to temporarily disable the children. Ruby quickly uses her ability to influence Lady Jane's mind, allowing the group to escape the danger. Liam and the others are stunned to learn that Ruby has secretly been an orange all along. Ruby admits that she hid the truth because she has never been comfortable with her own abilities. Sometime later, she opens up to Liam about everything she has been through. As they spend more time together, a genuine bond begins to grow between them. Soon afterward, they continue their journey and finally arrive at Lake Prince, Virginia, where they discover many other gifted children. They are amazed because it has been years since they have seen so many children gathered in one place. There, they finally meet the mysterious Slip Kid, who is revealed to be Clancy Gray, the president's son. Clancy also belongs to the Orange Group, just like Ruby. That evening, everyone gathers for a celebration, and Liam and Ruby share a warm and heartfelt dance. The next morning, each child receives a different assignment, and Ruby is asked to assist Clancy. Clancy explains that he was among the first children to survive the deadly illness, and that the government experimented on him while searching for a cure. The experiments never succeeded, but his father falsely announced to the public that a cure had been found. Clancy eventually escaped and created a safe community where gifted children could live together. Clancy then teaches Ruby how to use her abilities without making physical contact, and after practicing, she successfully masters the technique. In return, Ruby shows him how to erase memories. During the lesson, however, Clancy secretly influences Ruby's mind and behaves in a way that makes her deeply uncomfortable. Disturbed by what happens, Ruby immediately pulls away and leaves. She and her friends decide it is time to leave the settlement. Before they can get far, government forces suddenly surround the area. Liam prepares to resist, but he unexpectedly loses consciousness. It soon becomes clear that Clancy is responsible. The truth is finally revealed. Clancy has secretly been orchestrating everything from the beginning and has alerted the camp captain to capture every child. Using his extraordinary powers, Clancy has also been manipulating his father and quietly influencing the government from behind the scenes. His ultimate goal is to build an army of gifted children so that no one will ever have power over him again. Ruby then uses her ability to influence the camp captain, while Zhu controls nearby electricity to create an opportunity for everyone to escape. Moments later, military helicopters arrive as armed forces move in to capture the children. Among the troops are members of the Red Group with fire-based abilities, revealing that the government has secretly been using them as living weapons. Their arrival throws the entire camp into chaos. A massive confrontation soon breaks out. The Red Group targets Liam and his friends, while Liam responds by using his telekinetic powers to protect everyone. Suddenly, Clancy steps into the middle of the conflict and uses his extraordinary abilities to influence the minds of every gifted child around him. Realizing that only Ruby has the power to challenge Clancy, Liam and the others are forced to retreat, leaving her behind. Ruby responds by using her own ability to gather under her control. Clancy, however, reveals just how dangerous his powers have become. He manipulates those under his influence, forcing them to turn against one another. He then attempts to use his newly mastered memory-altering ability on Ruby, hoping to erase her memories of her friends and bring her to his side. Before he can succeed, Ruby secretly influences the helicopter pilot's mind, causing the aircraft to lose control and crash. With Charles's help, Ruby escapes the blast. Sadly, Charles is seriously injured during the explosion, leaving Ruby with no choice but to activate the emergency tracker Kate gave her and call the Children's League for help. The following morning, a rescue team from the League arrives and safely evacuates everyone. Charles is rushed to a hospital for medical care, while Zhu is placed with a kind and caring family. Liam, however, is taken into League custody because he had previously abandoned the organization. The League believes Liam knows too much about its operations to simply be allowed to leave. Ruby then meets Kate and offers a difficult compromise. She promises to join the Children's League as one of its members and help fight against the government if Liam is set free. Kate understands that Liam would never willingly leave Ruby behind or allow her to remain with the League. Eventually, Ruby is given one final chance to see him. Liam talks about staying together and building a future side by side. Knowing there is no other way to protect him, Ruby makes an incredibly painful decision. She uses her ability to erase herself from Liam's memories so that he can be released and she can continue working with the Children's League. Every memory they created together, from their first meeting inside the van to their conversations and the special moments they shared, completely disappears from Liam's mind. Moments later, Liam no longer recognizes Ruby at all. As he quietly walks away, Ruby watches with a heart full of sorrow. By the end of the story, Ruby officially joins the Children's League and begins training for the battles that lie ahead. But the journey is far from over. Clancy has survived, meaning the conflict between him and Ruby is only beginning, and an even greater confrontation awaits in the future. If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel, and thank you for watching.